Cabbage fans, and welcome to another episode of Cabbages and Rants. Hello also to Adam, Callie and Laura. I hope you've all had a really great week. I have had a really fast week and I can't believe I have to sit here and make another video again.
The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all its might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd because it was the middle of the night.
I'm wearing my work uniform, so I'm sitting close to the camera. I started this new thing where I sit close to the camera because I think it looks a little better. It's better framed or something, but anyway, I'm close to the camera today because I don't want you to see my work logo, because I bag out my work just a little bit in my written blogs, and I don't want them to sack me for defamation. I'm off to work in half an hour. I'm sitting here because I want to eat some lunch first. Then when I finish work, I'm going out to dinner with my partner and his family, and I don't know what time I'll be home. So I'm going to record this now and edit it when I get home and upload it sometime this evening. So this is really all the time that I've got to make a video. As I say, I've got to be at work 35 minutes. So I've got maybe another 5 minutes to sit here and talk to you, and I'm trying to eat lunch at the same time. Adam, I'm really glad you're having a really great time in Japan. Not so glad you keep sending me messages at awkward times of the day. Do you realise when you sent me that message the other day, you sent me two and I called you a nerd or something? It was 1:30 in the morning and I was asleep because I had to start work at 7. So thanks for that. Right, this week's topic was things about your exes which you really don't like. I'm still on pretty good terms with most of my exes, and I don't dislike any of them. They're all really nice guys and I wish them the best of luck in life. Also, I'm just sort of in a new relationship now, and Dave mentioned to me that he didn't really like the idea of watching a video where I talked about all my ex-boyfriends, especially this early on in the relationship. I could never have stayed with someone for a long period of time if they really, really annoyed me. I'm just not patient enough for that. And I really don't think that picking out annoyances about someone in hindsight is fair on them. As long as I was happy in the relationship and we were happy in the relationship, you can't really pick out things as an afterthought and then bitch about them, because that's really unfair. You're probably looking at it from an entirely different perspective than you were. You can't sort of just go back on that. I will say that I've been thinking about this, and the majority of problems that I've had with ex-partners in the past were related to their lack of ambition. I can't be with someone who isn't an ambitious person because I'm an ambitious person, and you don't have to be nastily ambitious or selfishly ambitious. You just have to be able to have some aims and some goals and justify what you do with your time. And I've encountered people that are incapable of doing that, and because I'm driven and I know what I want and I go after the sorts of things that I want and I like to have an aim in life, I really am not at all compatible with people who aren't that way. In other news, I haven't had such a great week this week. I'm a really huge fan of the internet and I love it, and I spend almost all of my free time on here, much to Dave's disgust. But I make a lot of friends on here, and it's a really easy medium for us to communicate on. I connect with friends that I don't see really regularly in my actual life. I keep up with people that I've never even met over the internet. And one thing which a lot of people on YouTube at the moment have branded pointless, but which I disagree with, is Facebook. While I will admit that I am flat out addicted to Mafia Wars on Facebook, I don't think Facebook is a useless website. My whole family uses Facebook. I keep up to date with my half-sister, who I don't see very often, and her relationship status is often something that I like to keep my eye on. You can get to know things about people that you know without having to ask those really obtrusive questions that a lot of people don't like to be asked. Over Facebook, I got back into touch with a lot of people that I was friends with in primary school. Now, that's like 10 years ago for me. Which might not be that long for some people who are watching this video, and it might be a little bit of time for people who are still at school at the moment, but because I connected with them on Facebook, we could meet up in clubs and stuff, and we got another really good friendship started up from that. So I don't think you can say that it's entirely useless. That being said, a lot of people use Facebook for really awful reasons. As I have said, I'm in a significantly new relationship at the moment, but we're pretty serious and we're very happy, and we're looking at a really long-term thing here. But there are certain people who have known us previously who feel the need to get involved in our relationship via Facebook, trying to cause trouble, stir things up for their own amusement. Now, I'm all for manipulation, I think when you can manipulate someone into doing something good or something that they wouldn't normally do to better themselves or to get them involved in a new experience, sometimes that can be a good thing. But there are certain boundaries that just should never be crossed, and things like Facebook, YouTube, Daily Booth and other social networking sites ignore the lines of reality and ignore the lines of social etiquette and allow people to intrude into other people's lives beyond the point than what would normally be considered acceptable. This really pisses me off. I've made a video about it on my other channel a little while ago called YouTube Celebrity, and you're welcome to check out the comments and the debate that followed afterwards. There were a couple of little big names that got involved there, but I just hate the idea that while the internet has been such a useful tool for young people to band together and really try to make a difference in the world, and it's really helped us to make our mark on the world and sort of try and show what kind of people we really are, there are still people out there who use it on such a shallow, low level that they try and bring other people down. That I've met a lot of people during my lifetime who haven't liked me, and I know that really the reason for this is because when you first meet me I give off a weird vibe. I can't help it, that's just the way that I am. But once you get to know me, I'm really not such a bad person. In real life, I've had a couple of people in my memory that have ever said anything to me. On the internet, I've had hundreds of people have a go at me. People I've never met, people who have no idea who I am. I have never ever met anyone on YouTube who said anything personally bad about me. And the day that that happens, I'm going to be really sad, because I like to think that there are more good people out there than bad people, and I like to think that the good people are out there listening to us talk and really encouraging us to get our points across. I've got a really busy week. Dave's sister's getting married on Saturday, I've got work in between, I've got all this stuff that I've got to do, and ooh, I need to take a breath now and eat some lunch before I go to work. Okay, bye! Oh shit, also I forgot that Adam sent me a message the other day asking me to tell you guys that there's something really exciting that's going to happen soon. I don't know what, he wouldn't tell me. I don't know if I'm supposed to pretend that I do know, but I don't. And I'm not going to lie for him. He's a bastard and wouldn't let me in on his secret, so he can go to hell.